Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Hunter x Hunter. It is episode 23 and you know what to do. If you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot parts with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, nice episode, interesting episode, and well, we got a lot of things happening, let's just say it like that. I was struggling with which picture to take for this discussion because I had that one here, which clearly is very, very interesting because we see everyone, everyone, I will have to count them, from the Zoldyck family. And additional, there was this very cool picture of the three of our comrades of Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio pushing open the gate, which I really liked as well to have as a background picture for this discussion. So I thought we started with this, so let's take it at least at the beginning. So we know that the Zoldyck family has the two parents, the 5 children, 2 grandparents, I'm not sure if it was one grandparent and 1 grand, or just the 1 grandfather. I'm not sure about that. However, 5 children, and I think we see him here now, except for Killua. No, Killua's in there. We see him here. So on the right hand side, and she was named in this episode. I wrote her down, Kaluto, which is this little sister there. I will have to write that down. Sorry. Kaluto, Killua's sister. So that's one we've seen in this episode. And then his mother from the right hand side, another little sister, I would guess. And that one is interesting to me because it looks like she's holding hands with Killua in this shadow picture here, which would mean that there's a more closer relationship maybe. Then we have Killua clearly. I would guess the one next to is another girl, but I might be wrong. I mean, it looks a bit like a dress. It is most likely a girl. Then a very small one where I would guess it's a brother, because he is wearing short trousers, so I guess brother. Then we have a very large person there, and that's the question now. It could be the father, so Killua's father. It could be, I don't know, someone else as well. We have a small one and a very big one. The very big one we have already seen in this episode. Due to that, I know it is clearly a brother. I guess second oldest, possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it can't be. Wait a second. Okay, wait a second, I think I did something wrong, because if I remember correctly, the one on the left hand side is Gitteraka, and he is a brother of Killua. But it was said that there are 5 kids of the family. Now, if Gitteraka is one of the kids, how come that there are 5 little persons? And additional, the big burly one, which is called Meluki, which is a brother of Killua because he called the woman mother. How can that be? Because that would mean that one of the small ones, 2 of the small ones, are not kids. You see, it was good to get that picture. Could be that one of them is like a grandparent, maybe the one next to Killua on the left hand side. And the one left to that may be the grandfather, a very small version. I can only guess now. Really can only guess. Otherwise, I would have normally thought the one standing next to the tallest, so saying the tallest is the father, the one left to it should be like the grandfather, something like that. So it's a bit unclear for me now who is who. Well, we have seen some of those characters now, with Killua 5 to be exact. So round about the half of the family we know. That's that. We had in the beginning the idea now of how do we open the gate. We can train for it. They did it with carrying additional weights on their body, which is something that we have, at least I have seen before in Dragon Ball Z, very long ago, and I've only watched like the first few episodes, so not until the very end. We have seen that they really, by training, got better, so they were able to open the door with the help of Gon in the end, and the help of Sequat, Sequant, I think it was, the second guard, who interestingly was someone that tried to get into there first. So he was, I guess, some kind of like a bandit or something like that, and got beaten with all his people that followed him, or he followed them, I don't know. So that's kind of interesting. So they accepted him working as a guard there. But he was kind of convinced by the way that Gon talked, that the others tried to help Gon. So this loyalty they had between them, this friendship and camaraderie, is something that even got to him. So I like that. So both of the guards were like, okay, that's something we can support. They were not on the same page when it came to if they would be able to make it through the forest. And I can see why now. So the guard that they met, this girl or young woman, clearly was more powerful, I guess, than Gon and the others. But he was able to read her, and that is something, again, strange. Gon is portrayed in so many of the episodes as a character that does not catch like every emotion. There are things that he misses, that he doesn't understand. But the softening in her when he mentioned Killua, the fact that she has a soft side for him, is something that he realized. So it's always an interesting mix he has there, what he does catch and what he doesn't. So he, in the end, like we had it in the tournament, won by sheer force of will, by playing the risky game of, you will give up beating me because you cannot stand it to beat me anymore. The difference was here mainly because she wants to help Killua, and he kind of hoped for that she would understand that he is important to Killua and vice versa, and that he might be able to help him, which kind of broke her. I think the fact that he smashed one of those stones, although it wasn't mentioned at all, I think for me it was a nice point of showing, look, I do have strength to fight back if I would want to, but instead I let you hit me every time, and I don't fight you. So he kind of put her there into the position of the one that is doing the wrong thing. Might be that I misinterpreted, but it was nice, at least for me. So she asked him for help and immediately was shot. Which is more than just sad. That is just cruel and like, what the heck just happened? It shows you the difference in power level, no question there. So she had like no clue that she was being attacked. She was not able to fight back at all in this moment, to evade, to dodge, whatever. And it was just one shot and it ended it all. Out of this, I don't know what it is that the mother is carrying around. It didn't look like a pistol. And, well, the mother was there because the little sister kind of informed her, I guess, that something is happening. So the little sister was sneaking and was hiding in one of the bushes, and possibly was able to judge and to estimate that the defender would break down and would let Gon and the others pass, which we know the mother of Killua clearly does not want. She's very clear about that she wants him to stay there at this place, and Gon to leave or die. The this family is, I mean, that's not much of a surprise, but this family is strange above anything normal, I guess. Um, I was kind of hoping for a moment that the sister that was watching on would help them somehow, like that she would be the one saying, "You will do something good for my brother," but it seems it's the other way around. She didn't. Um, the mother has, I mean, she clearly wants Killua to say sorry for what he did, which, by the way, is something I do question now, seeing that this is a family of assassins and pretty powerful. We have seen that Gitaraku is possibly more powerful than Killua is. Possibly, just saying. So I'm a bit surprised that Killua was able to beat his parents. I kind of question that. How was he able to? I mean, I would guess they are more powerful, efficient, experienced than he is. So how did that happen? She is still wearing stuff around her head, which looks like she's still hurt, and has a strange red eye in the middle of her head. So I'm not sure if she still is hurt from that beating, or if it is something else, something permanent she has there. We are in the position now that the girl that asked for help possibly is dead. It looked a lot like that, and that's something sad, because she seemed to have had at least a heart. You know what I mean? She had some feelings. There was something still in her which was human, and due to that she died now, possibly, or at least is very majorly injured. And it seems that such a kind of betrayal is something that the lady of the house will not allow. So, I don't know. Seeing that, I guess they will have a tough stand in this house. How do you convince her to let Killua leave? Because I think by power or anything like that, they will not be able to. She has to have a reason. She has to understand that it is better for her son, if there's anything like feelings in her at all, or she will have to see some kind of a benefit. As example, that when he travels the world with Gon, he will understand more about the world in general, apart from being an assassin, to then later on better blend in and be more efficient. Something like that could convince her. But right now, it feels like she's not really about talking at all. She was surprised, however, that Killua clearly stated that Gon will make it. He will open the door. He will be able to reach him. So that's a very deep belief and trust that Killua has in Gon and his abilities. And the fact that it was so... It was not like a disbelief, like I'm hoping. It was like, I know it. I guess that's something that hit her. She possibly knows her son enough to understand he really believes it. So that might have made her curious about Gon, and that is why she's there now. Being called by her daughter, but still it's like, so you are that friend of my son. So I look forward to that, and to see who in the family that we will hopefully meet still will maybe get on the side of Gon and Killua and Kurapika and Leorio. Because I guess that there are like, this family is not a monolithic block. Yes, the parents possibly do have the main word, but I guess that there are different positions and ideas, at least for the kids. So, and I'm interested to see what the father is like. If he is maybe having a different opinion about that. We will see. It is interesting. It leaves a lot of questions open, sure. And they made it pretty clear in this one episode that this family is deadly, is dangerous, and will kill you if they just see fit. So you really, really have to be cautious how to act and talk in their presence. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We will see next time what's going on. And until then, as always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.